All right, beautiful people, this time we're going to do fraction related series. Here are some of the fractions you can see. So in this kind of series, you need to understand the pattern. In any kind of series, you need to understand the pattern, how it's going. Then you can think about your plan on algorithm, okay? So let's start. I'm going to go and maybe draw here so that you can understand what basically we're going to do. So our series start like this, 1 plus half here, and then 1 by 3, and then it continue here. I'm going to close this terminal. Let me do that real quick. So there you go. I'm going to close the terminal, okay? And then we have something like this, maybe 1 by 4 dot 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 1 by n, just like this, okay? So you need to understand how the pattern look like here, and then you can always find the solution. So if you look in this one, maybe I can put 1 by 1 here. It doesn't make any difference. So you can see in all of them we have 1 at the top. So basically we have sum equal something like this, sum equal sum plus, because we are adding the numbers here, so of course we are going to use that, plus, and then if you see all of them have 1 at the top, so we can think like that, 1, and then we're changing the value, just incrementing the value 1 by 1. So this is basically our loop variable, which is going to be I in this case. So that's our plan, what we want to do. So it doesn't matter what kind of series you have, you need to think about the pattern, whether you need 1 variable to change or 2 variables to change. You need to think about that, and then you can solve the problem. So let's start. We are going to go back to the series related problem here, the fraction related series problems. And here, let's see, first of all, what we want to do. So we need the starting number. That's something we have here. So we're going to start from 1. And then we need the ending number. This is something we are going to get from the user. And let's go down below. This time we're going to find the sum. So in case if you want to do multiplication with them, that's also possible. So I'm not going to go to that one right now. So here we're going to only focus on this sum, okay? And that should be all. The difference is 1. Fair enough. We are going to take the user input, the last number from the user. Then we're going to check the validation, whether it should not be less than 0 or 0, in this case, the last number. And then let me just copy and paste, then we can focus. So here, let me copy this and paste here instead of this one, just here, okay? And now let's think again what basically we want to do. We already planned that one here. So we are going to start from where? We are going to start from 1, and then we're going till the nth number, okay? So that's why we have the starting number. We are going till the end, and the difference is already 1. That is something we have already set here, okay? Again, maybe if you do not understand, no problem. We can just bring it right down here so that you can see properly, all right? Now that you can see the starting, ending, difference, everything is set up, we can continue. This time we're going to find this sum. So here I'm going to put sum, and of course we are going to use plus, or maybe I can keep it just like this, just to avoid the complexity. I'm going to use sum plus, and then what we want to do at the top, we will have always 1 and then divide by the I variable here. That should be all, okay? And then how do you want to print them? So always we want to print them 1 by, and then maybe the number that we want to print. So it's going to look like 1 by 1, then 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and it will continue like that, all right? For the first one, of course, we can do better. We'll see that how to do that. And each time we're going to print the plus operator in between them, okay? And of course, in the end, we need to print sum. So let's see how it's going to look like if we run this program. So here I'm going to compile and run. So let's do that, compile and run. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that you can see. So let's say the last number is going to be, in our case, maybe 5, okay? So it will be 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5. So that should be all. And we can see that there's some here look like 1. So let's see what is wrong here. Of course, it's a fraction type of series. So we'll be having like floating numbers, right? For the sum, because if you go back here, when you divide 1 by 2, it will be 0.5. When you divide 1 by 3, it will be something like 0.3, something like, okay? So that's why our sum needs to have a double variable instead of integer. So let me go down below here. We're going to assign here sum equal to 0. And of course, we are making sure the variable is double. So this time we need to go down below because we changed the data type. So we need to make sure here when we're dividing the number, we are converting it to the floating point number, right? This is something we should do, and how we can do it quite easily. If we make one of them floating point number, then it will convert to float, all right? So that should be all so far, I'm just thinking, and let's continue what else we can do here. Maybe for the result, of course, we need to make it into long float. We need to use it as a long float because we are using double digit type, right? And I do not want to show too many numbers. There may be only 2 digits, it's fine, all right? Now let's run this program and let's see whether we get expected result. I'm going to make this one a little bit more bigger and let's clear it here. All right, compile and run. There you go. This time I'm going to give 5, the last number. And it says 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, and 1 by 5 equals 2.28. All right. But for the first iteration, we do not want to show 1 by 1. In that case, what we can do, we can say if, here, let me just copy and paste this one, maybe real quick. And if it is the first value, which is equal to 1, in this case, we do not want to show 1 by 1. So let me just copy this and paste it here. We just want to show 1. That should be all, okay? And let me just get rid of this. We do not need this anymore, okay? So hopefully this makes sense. Otherwise, we want to continue with our whatever the printf there, okay? So let me cut it and paste it real quick. So hopefully this makes sense. Now we can run it again and we can check whether it does work. And here we can make it more simpler. As you know, we can use plus equal, all right? That should be all. Let's check it. So we are going to compile and run again. Let me make it bigger. And here, let's compile and run. And this time, if I give 5, you will see that it does work completely fine. Okay, it doesn't show 1 by 1 anymore. And now it's your time to complete the challenge, and I'm sure you can complete the rest of them. So you can take the challenge again. For the next one, you can see what is the difference. So now we are starting from 2. So the only point where you need to change is the starting point, right? So in this case, if you make it 2, and then if you make the difference 2, because each time you can see first it's 2, then 4, then 6, that should be all. For the next one, you can see it's 1 by 1, and they're going then with the odd number, 1, then 3, then 5. So starting point again 1, but then we're incrementing by 2, okay? And in the next one, what basically we're doing here, we are starting from 2, then each time we're incrementing by 1, everything right, but we are using it twice. So 2 to the power 2, 3 to the power 2. So basically we need to do I into I. So 1 divided by I into I. And this is something we can do right now. So let's do it. Here, the starting point, we need to understand it's 2, okay? So let's go down below and make sure the starting point is 2. I can copy and paste this one so that we don't have to come again and again here. So let's go down below and let's make the changes here, okay? Here, I'm going to paste the code, okay? Fair enough. So starting point, now this time we have 2. So let's start from 2. The difference is 1 still. So we can see 2, then 3, then it can have 4, something like that, okay? Fair enough. But each time the value of I, it needs power of 2. So basically we need to, multiply I with I. That's something we need to do. So let's go down below. Here we're going to multiply. That's all. That should be all for now. So let's run it and let's see what is the output we get. And then if something needs to be done, we can do that. All right. So here, let's start. I'm going to compile and run. So here, let's compile and run. And this time I'm going to give, let's say 5 or maybe 6. So we have 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, and 1 by 6 equal to 5. And hopefully it makes sense. So you can see the series is there. Let's go up. But then there is something. Of course, the printing is something we need to think about because we need to print it like a square. All of them needs to have squares. So in this case, we can go to the print and make sure that it's working. So let me go down below here. And this time, what do we want to print? Each time we want to show here, just like this, to the power. Okay. Now let me run again and let's see whether it does work. Here I'm going to compile and run. This time I'm going to give it, let's say 4. The last value is going to be 4. And there you go. So we have 1 divided 2 square plus 1 divided 3 square plus 1 divided 4 square. And that should be all for this fraction type of series. As I said, there are different kind of series we are trying. Right, and there are a few more type of series we'll be dealing with anyway. So please pay your attention and try to solve these kind of problems so that you get more used to with loop and you feel like more comfortable with the series type of problems, okay? You can also try their multiplication as well. So you can have still the same kind of series, but maybe their multiplication. So let's say here I'm going to make some changes for 1, maybe. Let me be real quick here. And I'm going to change their symbol. Let me be real quick. There you go. And as well here something, okay? So here this time we're going to use x. So it looked like that we are multiplying them. Okay, so you can try it, but that should be all for this lesson.